Hello, my AWA lunatics. Mike Napier here, welcoming you to another edition of The Verbal Assault, where we hear from the men and women of the Assault Wrestling Alliance. We are still coming off our December event, Cold War, and taking a smidge of a winter break. But we're coming back in March for to be announced. But dates and deets should be announced soon, so just keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, here is my sit-down with the AWA Tag Team Champions Raze and Maxx Mercy, the Blood Brothers, along with their advocate, the OTP, that's he. And now, watch as I magically change clothes as if this were recorded a week ago. I want to welcome the OTP and the AWA Tag Team Champions, the Blood Brothers, onto the show. And big thing I want to start off asking you all is, you hail yourselves from the Lower East Side. Now, what does that mean for you, for your mentality, for your style, and just who you are?
Well, we grew up in the streets of the Lower East Side. It was more, the style was more like, smash mouth, in your face. There's nothing about it that doesn't say, soft in us. So it's very hard, very hard style. In the streets of Lower East Side is either you get shot or you do the shooting. So that's how we came about doing that.
Very factual. Hard upbringing, Mike. That's what that comes down to. Hard upbringing. You survive on those streets, you can survive anywhere. We fear no one because we have lived surrounded by fear our whole lives. No one in this business scares us.
Did you train there? How long? When did you get started in wrestling?
Wow. I would say yes. We did train in the Lower East Side. A very long time ago. Very long time ago.
Very, very, very long time. Very long time.
Very, very long time ago. Getting picked up by the SATs and them putting their seasoning to top everything off was the cherry on top.
Yeah, we met them in 2011.
Correct.
When the Maximals entered the scene, yeah, or entered our lives, I guess we could say. So yeah, was that 2011? That puts us about 12 years in the business now, technically, on a technicality.
Yeah, just about.
Wrestling before that.
Yeah, just about.
And OTP, how long have you been, acting as the advocate or herald of these two?
Honestly, since before 2011, I was in the ring with them in previous incarnations of our both friendship and professional relationship, and then injuries had taken me out of the game for a while, so I decided to slide over more into the message delivery service, UPS, FedEx, OTP, all the same, and we've kept the bond all the way through. Pretty much since we all first started down to 2023, and we're going to keep kicking ass all the way through until somebody stops us. So either that or we get tired, because I don't foresee anybody stopping us. So.
I can agree with that. How'd that partnership start out?
Oh, neighborhood friends, man. Neighborhood friends, common interests. Initially I met Murder Magoo. That was my initial contact there. And we got into it a few times in the ring and did our thing. And then I met the Blood Brother, who came in and finished off whatever. Murder Magoo was kicking my ass for a while, and then Raze came in and finished the job. So we all connected on we all connected on a very common level there from the very beginning. Wrestling's been a common bond for us, and then it became a life bond, and then that's how it goes. And the streets couldn't break it, and the business can't break it. It's an unbreakable bond between us. That's why we call ourselves the Blood Brothers, bound by it.
And where can you get that merch?
Oh, bloodbros6borough.com, baby. That's a very easy one. One-stop shop for all your Blood Brothers needs.
Mm-hmm.
And all available links will be in the description.
They can get the hat, though. That's a custom. They can get the shirt. The tag was also custom. The gloves. It was just, you can get shirts, but you can get, cups, beach towels, all kinds of stuff over there. Head over to the website and buy the stuff.
So now moving on to entering the AWA. You came in the door, immediately took the tag titles for your own. So going forward, how do you plan to make...
You mean this one?
Beautiful belt.
This right here? Oh, this is Precious. We call that Precious in the house. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just showing context to the audience. Go ahead. You can finish the question.
And it's a proud-looking belt. How do you plan to make the Assault Asylum your own?
That hasn't been done already? That's the main question.
I was just going to say that. Isn't that done already?
I thought pretty much when we beat the brakes off of your 1 year reigning tag team on day one, 2 out of 3 falls, no conversation about it, straight up 1, 2, 3. Beat him. We took our first fall. What was that? What was that murder? What was that? That was 30 seconds? Something like that? 30 seconds.
I jotted it down somewhere on my phone somewhere. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you put it in a memo pad, right? Yeah.
I got, 30 seconds. You got it.
30 seconds on the bell.
All right.
We walk in the door. We step in the ring with the Fly Fellas. Raze drops him on his head. Max throws the body on him. 1, 2, 3. Only thing that saved them from... Well, actually, I'm not thinking about it. What could have saved them from all the harm that they received in that match is if they had just took their 30-second beating and walked out. They wanted to stay a little more and play a little more, so they got a little more. So you F around, you find out. And they got themselves a world of discovery in that match. And they found out, and not only could they not get along, even if they would have, they wouldn't have held this, so it don't matter.
Right.
I'm thinking we made the statement already, Mr. Mike.
So,
no one's denying that. No one's denying.
No one can deny it.
Make 30 seconds a shirt. I think that'd be good.
We don't give the ladies that impression. No. The Fly Fellas, if they want, here's a merch idea for you guys, 30 seconds flat. You can go ahead and do that. See, now we don't want to give our fan base the wrong impression about, our stability inside the ring. Let the Fly Fellas figure that out.
Of course. So in the past, tag belts in AWA have been defended in 2 out of 3 falls matches. But your last defense against the CWO was not. So the question is, was that something demanded strategically, or how did that come about?
Straight business decision, my friend. Straight business decision. See, after that first match with the Fly Fellas, AWA figured out real quick, insurance premiums are a mother. Okay? We can't keep sending people to the hospital and having AWA foot the bill. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, like I just said a second ago, if they'd have just took that 30-second beating, we'd have saved themselves a lot of drama, a lot of injury, okay? So, from now on, moving forward, whilst we have, I'm going to show it again because it's precious, for as long as we have these, there will be 1 fall matches until further indicated because we're just not going to sit here and keep footing the bill for other people's poor decision-making. We say it all the time. We've been saying it for years, haven't we, guys? You step in the ring with us, you get dropped on your head. Okay? It's not a prognostication. It's not a prediction. It's what happens. It's fact. It's life. It's death, taxes, Twinkies, and getting dropped on your head by the Blood Brothers. So, from now on, 1 fall should do. And believe me, when you ask our opponents, I don't think they want to do it again. So 1 fall should be fine from now on.
Is it a good idea? Maybe I should, talk to the head of AWA about maybe parking an ambulance outside just anytime you guys have a match, just in case, so they can just be loaded up immediately.
I appreciate you looking out for the opponents, but if you're asking us honestly, I don't care either way. You can get an ambulance for them. You can get one of those big Acme spatulas from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. We don't really care. You can get them off the mat any way you like. As long as we get paid and we get laid and we keep precious, we should be fine.
It's a good idea, though.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was supporting your idea. He thinks it's a good idea.
Thank you. So now that we're only doing one fall matches, AWA champions, of course, have the option of choosing their stipulations for their defenses. Are there any particular match types you might have in mind for the future that we could be looking forward to?
I take this steel cage. I want to see. I want to.
Yeah, I agree with my brother. Steel cage.
I'll do it.
But who want to step in the ring with us in the cage?
I was just going to say, who is
Who's
foolish?
gonna want to do that?
I don't know.
Who is suffering from that much dumbassery that they would step into a damn cage with the Blood Brothers? That'd be psychotic. That'd be
But that's a
great.
good idea. It's a good idea.
No, it's a dope. That's a money idea. That's a main event. But
It'll be a good idea. It's a good idea for us. But
can we
it's a
start
bad
that
idea
petition
for everybody else.
for AWA to get a cage match for one of the next shows?
well, AWA actually has a history of putting on some really nice cage matches. I've done my homework, especially before we came into AWA ourselves. There is a long history here at AWA of putting that nice black and orange cage. I've seen it in the past. I know you guys have a beauty somewhere in the storage. But like I said, you put the Blood Brothers inside that cage, that's a main event match. The only problem is you got to find somebody with half a brain enough to step into the ring with us during that situation, and that's going to be a very short list, I'm sure.
Correct. You put Blood Brothers in the cage, it's like putting us in the jail. We're gonna put a mop over your head, and excuse my French, but you're gonna be a bitch, and that's about it.
I think one big
if your
thing.
name is John, we're gonna call you Sarah. That really don't matter.
And Sarah's what it's going to be. Isn't that right, Mike?
Hey,
Yes.
you gotta bring Mike into this. You know what I'm saying?
So
he's just a civilian.
hey, I'm a civilian. I've not. I do not have that checkered of a past. Only slightly.
No. It's just thinking about just somebody washing my brother's drawers every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll leave a rosebud in there for you.
Yeah. He like soften on his underwear too, so you know what I'm saying?
That's definitely a Chipotle day, bro. They gotta make that one must.
Ooh.
That's all I'm laughing about.
Enjoy that mental image, folks at home. So a rumor coming to AWA is no more DQs. That's the big rumor. No more DQs. Now, do you find, of course, you're talking about doing cage matches, all that, but do you find across the board that'll be something that's more of a challenge or a little bit right at home with, the way you like to brawl?
All matches, no disqualification.
How did that come about?
It's the rumor.
Yeah, well, see, hold on. See, what dirt sheet did you grab this from? Are you hearing this from AWA management? Are we breaking news here?
This sounds like, not for nothing, but this sounds like something out of, something out of an ECW book. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going from?
I'm sensing a vibe about that.
Right, I'm sensing a real ECW thing going on. Why? Is that coming from the new appointed commissioner, Bill Alfonso?
Oh,
is that who you're talking to, Mike? Are you talking to the commish? Is that where you get your information from?
Nothing's official. I will say that the person you have said some words to.
Oh, I've said some words.
Some words of warning to.
Wait. You trying to say they disrespectful?
May or may not be swirling around such decisions.
You hyping stuff up. What's going on, Mike?
No. See, where Mike's getting some things twisted around here, okay? Now, I may have said some words to the commissioner, but a warning, that's pushing it. That might be pushing it a little far, because I do remember saying that for as long as he had respect for the Blood Brothers, we should be absolutely fine. Water under the bridge. We will let the omission that happened on your show, by the way, Mr. Mike, happened right here on this podcast, this omission of the Blood Brothers when discussing the different divisions. But, we can let bygones be bygones. As I stated in the ring, he's a legend. I'll have my respect for the guy, okay? As long as he keeps his respect towards us, we should be fine. But see, now you're saying things like, well, now all matches are no disqualification. Now, I just told you a second ago that AWA and I had already discussed the business issues when it comes to insurance and dropping this 2 out of 3 fall stipulation, because we didn't want things to get too chaotic. And now you're telling me that the commissioner is going to circumvent all that. Not only is he not worried about 2 out of 3 falls, he's just going to make every match on the card. No disqualification, no rules for anybody to follow. Anything goes. You can fight in the audience. You can do or use all kinds of weapons in the ring. It doesn't matter. All bets are off. We're going to start getting extreme in Maryland. Is that what you're saying? Down in Walmart, Maryland, we're going to get extreme now. And you want to get our thoughts and opinions
about
looking like. Okay, well, here's a very clear and concise thought about that. We don't care. Because for all that nonsense that these people are going to do to try to get over with the audience, I will bet hard money not a soul in that locker room was going to do any of that crazy crap to the Blood Brothers. I can promise you that. Blood bank, blow on the pavement, pick your choice. Pick your poison. It doesn't matter. Whether you had a weapon in your hand, whether we're in a cage, not in a cage, it doesn't really matter. The end result, always the same. Death, taxes, getting dropped on your head, blah, the Blood Brothers. Taking that ride, getting your exclusive room down at Club ICU. That's all that matters to us. So if he wants to get more extreme at AWA, have at it. Beat each other's brains out for all we care. But Precious stays in the 6th borough with us, baby.
Do you really think that's a good idea for Assault Wrestling Alliance to give weapons in our hands, to put weapons in our hands, to do what we want when we want?
Right? Jesus, you would think.
Do you think that's a good idea?
This is why I got close to the screen. You think it's a good idea?
You think it's a good idea to put weapons in our hands?
Anything we want?
No disqualification?
Time?
Bad enough. We dropping people on their heads and we sending them to the hospital. So now you want to put weapons in our hands?
No. And they put in weapons. They said we could do anything we want.
Not just
basically what that is.
No, but it's all inclusive.
And no DQ.
Excuse me. Yeah. So excuse me. So you're basically telling us
we could get more people too.
Right. Okay. You're basically telling us to do what we've been doing already. But let's just take it to the extreme, right? That's what we're gonna do.
Extreme. Sorry, Sam. Yeah, extreme.
So that's what you guys want to do. You want to take it to the extreme. That's fine. It don't really matter. Me and my brothers, we headhunters over here. You get shot. Oh well.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. Yeah, exactly. Dust it off your shoulder, and don't bother us no more. We come back, we leave you for dead. Point blank.
That leads me into another.
I honestly,
is it a good idea?
I don't think it's a good idea.
It's a fun idea for the audience.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe not so much for your opponents.
You said that, not me. See?
Well, good.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Make sure the audience have a shower curtain so they can put over themselves. Just like when Gallagher's comedy acts, when he used to smash watermelons.
Get them some clear ponchos for everyone.
Yeah, get some clear ponchos for them.
You can get your clear ponchos at Blood Bros.
Oh, Blood Bros, 6borough.com. That's B-O, not the whole world. Keep it short.
Right.
Yeah.
Multiple designs, by the way.
Excellent.
Not just this one. Okay, there's other ones.
Right. Not just for men
All
either. We
fantastic
got
designs.
female stuff too. we got stuff for women too. So.
Oh yeah. Women love
Baby clothes?
I tell you.
So I think that leads into my next question, which is there is a fresh lineup of teams looking to not only take Precious, but to really be the ones to lay claim to having taken down the Blood Brothers. So what do you have to say to those teams coming to AWA here soon that think they may have your number?
Good luck.
Whose number? Not my number. My number's blocked. They don't have my number. You can't Google my number. You can't Google the Blood Brothers number. You mean lay claim? Like, what does that even mean? What are they? They work for Geico? They're just going to put something on the website and just get some sort of return for it? What do you mean lay claim?
Right. I don't pick up private calls.
Yeah. What is that? I'm star 69 in all of you motherfuckers. I want to know who you are, who you over here talking about. What do you mean laying claim? Don't listen. When I cut the very first promo of us coming to AWA, I cut one. I said, we're going to come in, drop them in their heads, and take their belts from them. That's exactly what we did. That's laying claim. We talked it, and then we walked it all over there behind in front of the whole audience. And if someone steps in the ring, you hear that sound? Yeah, that's exactly what we did to the Fly Fellas. Okay, that's the exact sound that was outside of the facility when that happened. It's going to continue to happen. Ask Dan Styles. Ask Abs. Ask Isaiah Frazier and AK what it means to lay claim against the Blood Brothers. Words. Just words. I can find words on a quote that are meaningless. Get in the ring and do it. When we get into a real fight and someone really takes it to us, then we'll do what we do in the streets. We'll show you that respect. Until then, you're just talking. We already proved that we could do more than talk. We can walk. No one's touched us. Not even just with AWA. Our whole run over the last 2 years, we've talked and we've walked. Proven. We're a proven entity. So until someone steps up and takes it to us the way they talk about how they're going to take it to us, that'll be a different story. Until then, it's all under that same little rumor mill thing you have going on about the extreme thing. You can follow it all under the same crap.
And not for nothing though, nobody, we were talking about this the other day. Nobody really talks. Nobody says nothing. We've been the one. O has been the one sending the message. Yeah. Nobody has the balls to say anything.
That's actually very true. I've done more than that one promo. We're just giving it as an example. But I talked about the Fly Fellas. We got nothing in return. We talked about the CWO, and we got nothing in return. Nothing. So far, ain't nobody really doing any real talking. If you've heard some conversation, Mr. Mike, you've heard some conversation in the rumor mill, in the locker room, if you've been overhearing conversation passing by, that's different. But we're putting ours for the world to see. You can see our trash talking on YouTube. After you go to bloodbros6bro.com and get the merch, head over to the link tree, linktr.ee/bloodbros6bro. Check out all the social media we got there, and you'll find the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is everything we talk about. We don't make social media posts to talk about our opponents. We turn the camera on, we put a face to it, and we talk to you. So until someone comes talking to us, we don't really care what you got to say. Meaningless. Just words.
Right. Right. Should we take you serious? If you don't have the balls to answer, should we take you serious?
And if you don't think we take you serious, look at our past. Check out our videos. See if we ain't serious. Just look at them. Take a look. Oh, evidence right there.
We are deadly serious.
More evidence.
And we have more belts than this. We're just being respectful of the AWA and only showing their championship. Proven.
Respectful.
Proven. Then bring it.
That's all we are. You don't like it? Talk about OTP. We figured out what to do from there.
I always do.
So, last question. Who would you say out of
He's trying
everyone
to
you
get rid of us
faced?
now. He's saying this is the last question. He's trying to get rid of us. He's done. He's heard all the threats he's going to handle, all the threats he's going to take. He got Bill Alfonso on here for 3 consecutive days, but now this is the last question. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Mike. Go ahead.
Hey, I just don't want our entire roster to be scared off.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Soft.
Mm-hmm. But out of everyone you faced, who would you say top of the list do you have unfinished business with? Who are you looking to get back in the ring, take on blood for blood, gallon for gallon this year?
Unfinished business. That's a hard question.
Yeah,
every business we finish. We don't leave things unfinished.
Yeah, there's no scraps on our table, to be honest with you. It's a short history with AWA also. We've only really had the 2 matches dominant, but we've only had the 2 matches. And I'll give it to the Fly Fellas. They took it to us pretty good. You know, that was a fun match. I'll give it to them. Especially since we woke their asses up after that moonsault. That moonsault woke that ass up. I'll tell you that right now. They knew they was in there with a real team after that. Then they brought it. There was some miscommunication. That's all fine and well. That was happening long before we ever came into the picture. We were just smart enough to capitalize, and we moved on. Now, Stan and Abs, can I just say for the record one more time, I hate Stan Styles. I hate him. I hate Stan Styles. I hate everything about him. I hate his cream. I hate his abs. I hate his pants. I hate everything about Stan Styles. So that victory, no pun intended, was a little sweet. So, Mr. Mike, instead of us answering a question about unfinished business, because as my brother just explained, we don't really have any. We usually tend to eat all the food off our plate. Mr. Mike, who do you want to see AWA bring in to take on the Blood Brothers? It can be somebody on the roster, not all. It's fantasy booking. What kind of teams are you looking at?
Take your time, Mike. Take your time.
Oh, I got one. How about this, Mike? The next time you have Bill Alfonso, how about you ask him if he has any teams he wants to bring in for us? Any extreme teams that he wants to bring in for us?
Mr. No Disqualification.
Mr. No Disqualification.
Well, I just want to hear Mike's opinion. I want to know what kind of teams he's thinking about, though. Why don't you speak it into existence, Mr. Mike? Put it in the ether. What kind of teams are you looking at for us to kill? I mean, wrestling.
Well, honestly, serious answer is my favorite matches of yours I've watched. I've gone through your YouTube channel quite a few times at this point, and your match against the Samoan Dynasty was
Samoan.
not only incredible, but
Raze, hold on a second. I think Mike stumbled upon something. Hold on a second. That might actually be a little unfinished business, but that is unfinished business between myself and Raze. Our family has not faced my brother from another mother down here. They have not gotten in the ring with Maxx Mercy. They have not gotten in the ring with the combination of Maxx Mercy and Raze. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more seasoned than the last time I was ringside for the greatest of all time. So that actually might be an interesting situation. Now, I don't know why he won more time. The Dynasty themselves against the Blood Brothers. And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Mike, you got your ear to the ground. Maybe you can confirm this for me. Did they not just win gold? I believe the Alawahis now have some MLW gold around their waist.
Yes,
is that not true? Okay,
that is true.
So I know AWA has a lot of plans, a lot of things in store for the Blood Brothers, in store for the fans of Assault Wrestling Alliance. So I'm going to hop on Mr. Mike's idea. At any point in time, that dynasty wants to go precious for precious. We're down for it. We'll go ahead and speak that into existence right now. That would definitely be something we would definitely be interested in doing. I like that one. See, Mr. Mike's thinking on his feet here. I like that one. That's a very good one. The Anawahi family. I like that.
Yeah, that's why they pay me the big bucks. They don't pay me at all, but I like to pretend.
Well, they should be paying you the big bucks. You keep coming up with ideas like that.
Well, hopefully we get to see that in this new year. But, gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining the Verbal Assault. And I want to remind everyone watching to check out the Blood Brothers across social media. Check out their YouTube page. Check out their merch store. All links will, of course, be in the description. So please click on them. And we'll be seeing much more of the OTP of the Blood Brothers coming up in March, along with a lot more else. So keep your eyes peeled for further details. But for now, catch you later.